And I will say that one of my favorite parts of this journey has been traveling around the country and hosting these smaller and more intimate group settings where I can hear directly from people about the issues that their families are being faced with, the challenges that their businesses are experiencing, and the collection of so many incredible stories, positive ones and not so positive ones, I think have been enormously mind expanding, and I think on a personal level have been one of the great blessings for me of participating in this process.
Costs of regulations, of the 10,000 pages of regulations of the Affordable Care Act, make it very expensive to practice medicine. And it's ironic to me that Americans are so okay with losing private practice of medicine.
Choice is the only opportunity a child will have at success. I have friends, and one of my daughter-in-law has taught in their schools, Philadelphia, another friend in Boston. They said school is often the only normalcy a child has in their life. So that is of great importance to me.
The passion around regulatory reform is universal, and it seems to be just stifling the very sort of entrepreneurial spirit that this country is built upon. And you know, it's funny because you hear a lot, like obviously there are common sense regulations, and there are some that are appropriate and deal with safety and other issues, but it's just layer upon layer, and it's destroying the margin for our businesses. And look, I mean, just on a practical level, there has to be a reward when you're taking on an enormous amount of personal and professional risk to open your door on a business. And I hear it, and you obviously have a larger business, but I hear stories all the time from restaurant owners. You know, they're third generation, they're barely making it work, and they're petrified that there's going to be one more DC centered regulation that gets imposed upon their small business that's going to cause them to close their doors for good. And